Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the next video wherein we are going to discuss about the market levels. Yes, we are back again with our next video wherein we are going to discuss about the Nifty levels, because it's been quite a long time I have discussed about the Nifty levels or the market's movement. But yes, I'm all set and I'm back once again going to be making and discussing something about this particular week, that what we can expect in the next coming days and what has happened the last week, and based upon that how we can plan our trades. So we're going to be discussing everything in detail. So without further ado, let's get into the system, let's get into the chart. So we can see that the market had given a good closing on Friday. That was again above the level of 16,000. So yeah, basically, on Thursday itself, when we had seen the market crossing the level of 15,900, so it was actually trying to move below the level of 15,900, but all of a sudden gave the closing around above the level of 15,900. And on Friday as well, it was just moving around the level of 15,950. So yeah, that was a good sign, because it was giving the consolidation. If you will see on Friday's movement, it was not even a major movement on both sides. It was just consolidating around the level of 15,950, and at the end there was a little bit of buying came in, and basis upon that it had given a closing of 16,049. So that's a good sign, because we are expecting the market to just stay above the level of 16,000, because we have seen enough of the selling. But again, if you will say that is a reversal, I won't say it's a reversal, because it needs to give a proper closing above the levels. There are certain levels that has been defined, and above that, if the market's going to give the closing, then we can expect some sort of a buying coming in. We're going to be discussing and looking into the weekly chart as well, that how exactly it is behaving. But before that, I want to mention one point over here. If you will just take the look on the XTX Nifty, and also talking about Nasdaq. So you can see that the Nasdaq on Friday was 1.83% green, and also talking about the SGX Nifty, it has given the closing above the level of 16,200. 16,215 where it had given the closing. So that's definitely a good sign, because talking about this level, it's actually something that it has crossed most of the levels that were giving the resistance in the previous week. So yeah, that's a good sign, because if it is able to sustain around these level it is coming back to this level, that's a good sign. Because even in the weekly chart, let's discuss about the weekly chart, because on the weekly chart you will see that there is definitely, on this particular week, we can expect some sort of a consolidation, and that to be on the upper side, because if it will definitely give a slow movement, and that to be on the greener side, on the upper side. So if that's going to happen, then definitely we can say the buying is going to come. But I won't say that at least for this week there's going to be a huge buying. We can expect the level of 16,400, 450 and 500. So let's just take a look. Let's just take a closer look on the weekly chart. So if you will see that it's kind of making, on the weekly chart, it's kind of making a price action over here. There was a huge red side movement that had happened just a couple of weeks before. Then there was a reversal of on the greener side. You can see this particular candle, and talking about this small red candle, because though it was on the upper side, but talking about this, it was just a halt that had taken place. Then again there was a huge green side movement, then again a small halt. So what we can expect in this coming week is a little bit of green candle, and if the market's going to cross the level of 16,270, or it's going to start giving the closing above these levels, then we can expect the next level to be around this particular point, 16,450 or 400. So but we shouldn't be forgetting about these particular levels, wherein we had seen some good amount of selling that happened. 16,400 had taken place a good resistance in the previous days, and the selling had happened really very fast on those days. We had seen some good amount of selling happen around the level of 16,400. So there might be some sort of halt that will take place around the level of 16,300 or 400. But again, what I believe is that if this time it's coming back, and as you can see that in the last coming weeks, we had seen, in the previous week itself, we had seen the volatility had gone down, and premiums are getting decayed, and it's behaving like as a normal market. There is no huge movement that is happening that we had seen in the previous days. There was a huge unknowingly buying side, or on the selling side there is like a movement of 100-200 points all of a sudden, which is something which we don't expect. and it just break all the rules. There is no price action or something like that. It's just the FI selling or DI is buying that has been taking place. But as of now, it is not happening. So what I've been thinking, that it's going to happen a healthy price action that's going to build in this particular week, and it's going to give a slow side movement that to be on the upside. So we can expect the level of 16,300, 400 or 500 in this particular week, and the rejection points is going to be 16,300, 400, just a little bit of consolidation that's going to happen. But talking about the selling side, I'm not expecting the selling that to happen on this particular week, but if that has to happen, it should start giving the closing below this particular level. So maybe let's try to find the levels of selling. What I've been thinking is that if the inside candle has been made, as you can see, this is an inside candle for this particular week. If that's going to give the it's going to start giving the closing above these particular levels, 16,250 or 270, then we can definitely go for the buying side. And if it's gonna just take the rejection from this point, I don't think it's gonna take the rejection this time. It will definitely start moving on the upper side, and the aggressive selling is gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen, at least for this week. We can definitely say that it should be coming. It should start giving the closing below the 50% of this particular candle, maybe around the level of 15,950 or 900, something around these levels. If that's gonna start giving starts gonna cross these particular levels, then we can expect the selling to happen once again. But I don't think it's gonna happen, at least for this week. So we can expect, even if we'll just take a closer look on this particular candle, though it started to fall, but it gave the closing above the 50% of this level, and SGX is giving us a good sign. So definitely it's a buying side movement that we can expect. Though if the selling has to be planned, then it should start gonna give the closing below the 50% of this particular green candle, and that's gonna be coming around the level of 15,900, somewhere around that. Then only we should plan the selling side. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And what I believe is that this particular week is going to be a healthy one, and people are going to be able to earn something good, because it will definitely be on the greener side. The movement is going to be on the overall on the greener side. So yeah, we can expect some good price action to happen, and basis upon that we can plan our trades. So what I'm planning for this particular week, I will be making a strangle. So maybe because I play very safe, and if I'll have to sell, then I will definitely sell just from the bottom of this candle. 15,500, 600 is something which I'm going to be selling on Monday, and I will definitely carry my position till Thursday. So basis upon that, I will be able to capture some good points, and the theta is definitely gonna get DK, and basis upon the premium is gonna get DK very, very fast if it starts gonna giving the closing above 250, 300. Even on the Monday, if we will see that the points, the premium is gonna be definitely gonna get DK, because volatility is quite less. So premiums of put also DK at the same rate, just like the way it was working previously. So yeah, that's a good sign, but basis upon that, we should have to plan our trades. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And from the upper side, if I'll have to sell any kind of call, then I would say that if we have to be on the safer side, just above the level of 16,500 and 550, we can sell anything. You can sell 16,600, 700. All the calls can be shorted. I don't think, at least for this expiry, the market's gonna reach up to this level. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Talking about the trades, because I just want to create strangles, and if the straddle has to be made, I will see if there will be a good consolidation. It's going to happen around these levels, maybe 15,000, 16,300. If the consolidation is going to get started, then I may short 16,350 call and put to make a straddle. So that might be my trade. And if you will have to just take a look on the sector wise for the Friday's trade, metal was kind of red, and energy was a little bit flat, but that to be on the red side. Auto was quite amazing. If I have been carrying a position of equity of Tata Motors. I had seen 3% movement for Tata Motors, and yes, basically that was kind of a good sign for the auto sector, and reality was also on the greener side. So IT was a little bit hit, but again, that to be on a very small scale, so it was just 0.15% red. So basically what I am also quite a little bit anticipating something, because in this particular month there are so many companies going to release their quarterly results. So maybe that's going to affect a little bit on the Nifty or maybe Bank Nifty, because most of the companies are in the list, so maybe their results are going to impact a little bit on Nifty. But I don't think that's just going to lead to a little bit of consolidation, because it's just one or two companies it's not going to affect. But most of the companies are going to give their results, so maybe a little bit of impact's going to come, but that will again lead to the consolidation. But consolidation is going to happen around these levels, so maybe the Nifty is going to get slowed down a little bit around these levels, and we'll see some consolidation to happen. So let's just move to the next section. We're going to be looking at the FI&DI selling and buying. So overall selling was strong. If you will see, the FI selling was again 1649, and the buying was a little bit less, 1059. But I'd see that in these are the levels wherein buying should be quite strong, because if you will just take a look on the most of the stocks are somewhere around the level. They are quite at a very small price. I mean, most of the sectors has got hit. There was a good amount of selling that had happened, and basis upon that, stocks are at really good price. If someone has to carry the stocks for a longer position for a longer period of time, then it's a good point to buy these kind of stocks. Most of the stocks are at a really good price, and you can expect some long-term position, and basis upon that you can get some good returns. So what I've been thinking is that around these levels the Nifty should be moving on the upper side, and maybe if this time it's going to cross the level of just move to the level of 16,700 or 800, then we can expect the market to move on the upper side only. I don't think that the selling is going to happen once again. Most of the selling that needs to happen has already been happened. I don't think that it's going to give any kind of a huge movement on the selling side, though we still cannot say anything about, because market is supreme and it can go in either other direction. But I don't think that it's going to give a huge downside movement as of now. It should be only on the upper side. Maybe a healthy price action, or maybe just a little bit of consolidation that's going to happen as of now. But that's pretty much it that's going to happen, and we'll just see what's going to happen. So we'll see in the next coming weeks or months what's going to happen. I believe that it's going to be on just for everyone's favor, and maybe the market's going to be just moving on the with some healthy price action, and people will be able to predict the levels, and basis upon that we all can make some good money from the market. So that's it from my side. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you liked the analysis and the discussion that we had. So that's it from my side. Thanks for watching. See you next time.